About 4 miles off the shore of Lake Erie at New Era Field in Orchard Park, New York. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Mexico City Golden Eagles and the Buffalo Bills. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
We go tonight. 2 for 1. 2 for 1. Check, check.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
2 for 66.
Here's Goff. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, box truck. I'm coming after you. Mike 54.
Out of the gun. Goff. They got a man. It's Woods. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd.
It's a gain of 10.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
On first down, it's gone. He rifles one that's intercepted. Now Brown, he lost the football. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Good job, Ronnie.
So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
Mike, check, 59. Man, I got you. All 52. Check.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Corey Littleton just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Sack City, baby.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Allen going to throw. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Slam. Switch.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Mike, check, 59.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's got Green. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A.J. Green His 4th touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Goff, he'll get this one to Kupp, complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Maverick. Hey, Charlie. Mike 49. I'm coming. 49's the Mike. Mike 49.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 yards there. 1st down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Now a 1st down throw. Gone. Looking this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Hey, tight.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. From midfield, here's Allen. Flushed out right. And he fires one incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, home. Middle. Slant. Go.
From the gun, it's Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this 1st quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end. But running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Hey, I-7. Got you, boy. I got you. Go.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. A shotgun snap for goal. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. First catch of the game for Cooks. It'll be a 1st down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
Protein spill. Take Alpha.
Goff on 1st down. That'll be caught by Cup. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Check, 59. I know he ain't got it. Check. Alert. Hey, orbit.
1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That one good for 17 yards. And now they've got it 1st and goal. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Pass 85. 59. Mike, 59.
Now Allen. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
5. Gun. Here we go. 59, Mike. Check, 59.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen, flush to his right. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to get into the end zone. So the fake spike works, and they score. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go. First down and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Obama. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Now Goff on first down. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Lift. Hey, Wood.
On first and 10, Goff. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a first and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly, and now first and goal.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Trey Madden, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A big play here for the Bills. 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30.
Mike's 59. Alert. Coming to you.
To throw, it's Allen. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's got some space here. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Goff now looks to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First down, Golden Eagles.
Hey, wahoo!
On first down, Goff gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Goff now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10.
Five. Here we go, G. Get off the field. 58. Smooth. 58. Come on.
To the air again. Goff. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Goff throwing again. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
DC. General West. Hey, Delta. Got four down. That's so what? 76, tell him. 76. 76. Check 50. 25, check 25.
Throwing again is Goff. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Trying to get it to Woods, and it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Hey, 5. Right there. 54. Right there. 54. Hey, 5. I smell fear in that offense.
Again, Goff. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Looking for Woods that time.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because he's got daylight. 30, 10, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on Here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1 play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Robert Foster, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequences.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And to give this time to the tailback. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. Now Allen. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Well, they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Go, 12, let's go.
After the interception, here's Goff. And his throw is incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target. And it's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. To throw again on 2nd down. Goff. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Goff. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. On first down, it's Goff. Going for it all. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. Woods, the intended receiver. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 30, 20, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Robert Foster, 98 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And that's the type of play that'll give your sideline some juice, a long touchdown pass.
And it's like a bolt of lightning, isn't it? That suddenness of that play brings everyone to their feet in the stadium, and he takes it all the way to the end zone. Give him credit for making that type of a play call, even more credit for how they executed it.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. On first down, it's Gurley. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Bills' 38-yard line.
Topper! Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Shell.
From the 38, Goff. And that's complete to Cooks. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Brandon Cooks, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will shave one more off this lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Check 59, Mike. Hey, seam 6.
Throwing on first down is Allen. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A big play there. 75 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Short kick. One of the up men will take it now. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
180. Check. Sponge. No.
They go play action here on first down. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards. Now a first down throw, gone. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Ed Oliver, what an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Another try after the first down sack. Goff. He gets it to Cooks. That one good for 26 and a first down. Goff now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. To throw is gone. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Value three.
2nd and 6.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Goff eluding the pressure right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. Point after, right down the middle. And that will get him one closer. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Check the down 80. Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Switch. Half. Here we go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go.
It's 3rd and 7.
Down 180. Down 80. 12. You can't block me.
Now it's the backup, Rivers. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And he fires one that's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, Doug. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Calais Campbell in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. To try again after the sack. Goff. And his throw here's incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And it's third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
This offense on third down today, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be third and forever. Here's Goff. And Woods has it complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. Here we go on fourth. Goff. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. They go for it on fourth down, but come up empty. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Allen now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Mike,
At the 47-yard line.
ready? Hey, we got tight left. Hey, we got 3 and
Throwing on 2nd down. Allen finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
Some people call it a shuffle pass. Some people call it a shovel pass. All you're trying to do is open up the middle of the field, flip the ball forward. In this case, they didn't gain any yardage.
Regular. Don't let him breathe, defense.
Check 26. Check.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Back.
Done.
Tighten up. Check 99. Check out.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the defense. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And Gurley on 1st down, no chance that time. He's swallowed up for a loss of about 3. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Go ground.
Out of the gun, Goff. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense, it's going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they get a little bit of praise.
This is caught. It's Cooks. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make.
And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Trying to get it to Woods. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 34 yards there and a 1st down. They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But there used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, summertime and the living is easy. Right now, it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew.
11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Why? Get wide.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not.
And he loses the football a second time. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?"
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Todd Gurley. He scored on the ground and through the air. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And that will shave one more off this lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Corey Littleton there on the tackle. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Jumper. 2 draw quarters.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
That's the way. 58's the money.
Hey, exit.
58's the money. 3 bullets.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
At their own 15-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. On 1st and 10, Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack on 1st down, Goff, and he's going to go down again. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job